Okay, we are live from the Strong Museum of Play in Rochester, and we're here with Jeremy. He's going to tell us a little bit about the Pinball Playfields exhibit. So, Jeremy, why pinball? Why at the Strong Museum of Play?
Well, pinball is a really important part of our cultural history, but it's also an incredibly important form of play. Right? It's a plaything. Pinball's kind of like a big toy, and so we're looking at both its historical significance, but also the fact that it's an important form of play, and that it's a form of play that's really been resurging. Right, it's something that a lot of people across the world are playing right now. There's a lot of interest in it, and we wanted to showcase this great collection of games that we have here. We have more than 250 arcade and pinball machines here in our collection at the Strong, we really wanted to focus on an exhibit that could showcase all of those things, really pull it together.
So, where do you get all the games from? You have, probably 20 or 30 games in here. Are they donations? Do you guys go out and buy the games? Where do you get them from?
Yeah, it's a variety of places. Some are purchases, some are donations. Right behind me, you might see that there's a group of games that we call the Stern Pinball Cluster. It's part of a donation that Stern Pinball has given us some of their games. In particular, you'll see WrestleMania and Kiss in there, and also this X-Men LE Magneto edition. So they come to us in a variety of ways, we've really built the collection over the last few years.
So you guys have, in the past couple of years, you've had like a summertime exhibit of pinball that was temporary. You would put it in and bring it out. Why'd you decide to make it permanent?
Well, I think we decided to make it permanent because there's such a resurgence and an interest in pinball now that we found it was really important to get out there and allow people to play these games. A lot of the exhibits we had done over the summer, these boardwalk arcade exhibits, where we're looking at really tracing the evolution of the arcade. And so a lot of the interest is in tracing the evolution of pinball. We really feel that pinball is a dynamic play form. It's something that saturates our senses with sound and artwork, but pinball is really, when it comes down to the gameplay, it's a playground under glass, and we wanted to show how that's evolved from a flat board with holes in it to what you see Stern making today, which have ramps and pop bumpers and really complex rule sets that are gratifying to really serious players, but also has a kind of simplicity to pinball that anyone can pick it up and play.
Sure. So tell us about, you got some unique pieces in here. Tell us about like the whitewood you have of Lord of the Rings and some of the diagrams you have on the wall.
Yeah, so the whitewood, we basically have or one of the few whitewood prototypes that were created for George Gomez's Lord of the Rings game for Stern Pinball. And George has been to the museum and he was happy to donate this whitewood. And so what we did was our exhibit fabricators created a great artifact case that really replicates a pinball machine. And we set it up so that you can play Lord of the Rings right next to this prototype and see kind of how the design evolved from the whitewood, and even some of George's sketches, which we have on an LCD screen on the back glass. Also at the back of the exhibit, we have some reproductions from a collection that was donated by Williams Electronics. For basically decades, they created pinball machines, some of the most memorable in the industry, and they donated a collection of original playfield drawings. And so we've reproduced some of them, including Mark Ritchie's original playfield sketch for Indiana Jones, and that's being highlighted here in the exhibit as well.
Great. So if people want to come out and check out the exhibit, what's the best way to learn more?
Well, so you can obviously come to the museum. You can check out the museum online at museumofplay.org. Also, we have a Center for the History of Electronic Games. You can look at icheg.org and follow us on Facebook as well. But if you want to come down, It's on the first floor of the exhibit of the museum, back near our Berenstain Bears and through our comic book heroes exhibit.
Okay, cool. So now I'm going to take everybody on kind of a walkthrough of the exhibit. It's a little out in there, that's why we're interviewing outside. But thanks for your time. Let's go for a walk. What's up, guys? So we're going to go into the Pinball Playfield exhibit right now.
Woo!
And let's back it up. This is the entranceway. It's got Pinball Playfields. Got the sweet pinball sign. There it is. You can see it lighting up there. Pretty cool, right? Giant flipper. Huge pinball in here. We got, this is like the stern row. Got X-Men, Game of Thrones,
Anthony!
Tron, WrestleMania. Make sure I don't trip over anything. Transformers and Kiss. And then we got this cool head-to-head USA football thing. Pretty cool. There's a Hercules, the world's largest pinball machine. Next to the tiniest pinball machine. Stand next to that machine. Show them how tiny it is. Look at how tiny that is. All right, show them this. So this is a exhibit that shows how the insides of pop bumpers and drop targets work. So you push these buttons down here, and it makes stuff up here happen. That's flipping a flipper. These are drop targets here. This is pop bumper. Nice. Cool. And they got like giant sketches of playfield stuff on the wall. This is the first ever pinball machine with flippers. It's called Humpty Dumpty. That's cool.
And you see them.
This one's called Bumper. So it's the first pinball machine with bumpers. Making play pay. So I guess this one actually probably did payouts. And then this is one of the originals with actual pins on it. That's why they call it pinball back in the day, because it was a board with a bunch of pins in it. Here's some of the playfield sketches, pinball by design. We've got this is the original layout for Indiana Jones, the Williams Indiana Jones. We've got this is the upper playfield from Indiana Jones. And then this is an early Harry Williams kit design. Alright, so let's see what else we got. We got Pinball FX2, a virtual pinball machine, which is cool. Wizard of Oz. Circus of Voltaire. There's the Indiana Jones that we were just looking at over there. Star Trek. Got Addams Family, Back to the Future, Terminator 2, Funhouse, Haunted House, Black Knight, Paragon, Superman. What's this over here? Plunge that and see what happens.
It is an old pinball machine, which are not really old, it's remade, and it doesn't have flippers.
No flippers. You just gotta nudge it, huh?
You just gotta push it.
Try to hit the bell.
Push it.
Oh, I think you tilted. Oh, you hit the bell. Good job. Alright, swing time. Some oldies, some EMs, Vagabond, and Dancing Doll. And then over here is the Lord of the Rings, the official Lord of the Rings. And then here is the, this is the whitewood, so this is really neat.
And you can't actually play it.
You can't really play it, you can't play in it, but they put it in a cabinet. You can see George Gomez there. It's really cool. And then all the layouts and shots. And then on the back they have some quotes from George Gomez, and I don't know if you can flip through these.
There's no flippers.
There's the ads, or the flyers and stuff. So very cool. Pinball Playfields, Rochester, New York. The Strong Museum in Rochester.
And there's.
This is the Pinball Playfields exhibit. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.